One place where Mercury in Pisces is really strong is through the dreamscape. Dreams during this time can be used to communicate something that we might not be otherwise able to access. They can give something from the subconscious a voice and a clear path to communicate through Mercury the messenger. And it's going in Pisces, which is a huge, vast space full of creativity and imagination. All right, I'm not going to try to explain it any further rationally. I'm going to tell you a story. Okay. Paul McCartney's mother died from cancer when he was only 14 years old, and he was having a lot of success with the Beatles, but things were getting a little wild.
Overdoing everything, drinking and staying out too late and getting crazy.
That's an understatement. Things were really crazy. While they were recording the White Album,
I had a dream.
he had this dream, dreamt that his mom came to him and
Was in the dream. She came to me in the dream and she said, "Don't worry, it's going to be fine.
it's gonna be okay.
Just let it be."
Just let it be. And of course that led to the inspiration of writing the song Let It Be.
Let it be.
His mother was named Mary,
Mother Mary comes to me.
and a lot of people think it's a reference to the Virgin Mary, but he doesn't stop anybody from believing that because he lets it be up to interpretation. Mercury in Pisces allows for interpretation. Anyway, McCartney does have a Pisces ascendant, and another time he was inspired through a dream was for his massive hit Yesterday. He was tapped in. Mercury in Pisces can be the messenger of content coded in a dream, therefore, and extraordinary melodies, images that can reach millions of people. It's a binding of transformative words and sound which end up becoming more than the sum of their parts. It becomes a masterpiece. It becomes Yesterday. It becomes Let It Be. Yes, pay attention to your dreams when Mercury's in Pisces, because not only do we have Mercury in Pisces, but Saturn's there too. With the bindle. You can bring back really cool things from that dynamic duo partnership. Anytime that Mercury's in Pisces for the next 4 years, that's March 2023, February 2024, 25, and 26, Mercury will be in Pisces with Saturn. And why not pay more attention to our dreams anyways? We spend 1/3 of our lives in an unconscious dream state, and we forget at least 95% of our dream experiences as soon as they're exposed to the waking world. It's like a snowflake. Each snowflake is just this masterpiece. It's so beautiful, and you might want to keep it and treasure it and bring it inside, but the moment you bring it inside, it melts and it's gone forever. Saturn and Mercury together can help us remember our dreams and help us understand as well. Which brings me to the concept of lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is where the dreamer is aware of the fact that they're dreaming and they can interact with the dream consciously. Mercury in Pisces represents the lucid dreamer with the message that we are the dreamers of this reality, providing us with a view beyond illusion, beyond the veil of consensus reality. That there's more, there's more, there's more, there's more, there's more. And if we're too fearful to glimpse that sublime truth of reality, because it can freak you out, man. But if it does get to that point, then that's where the shadow side of Mercury in Pisces prevails, where it is in its fall and we cling too tightly to rationality, to the details, to explanation. That's where we lose it because we're buying into an illusion of reality rather than reality as an illusion. And not being an active lucid dreamer in this real world, but a consumer, a passive participant. In the place between sleep and waking, those 5 minutes, this is the best time to be tracking the messages from Mercury and Saturn plus Neptune through Pisces season, all of those planets together. So have a notebook and a pen at your bedside and write whatever flows from your subconscious to your hand. Don't judge, don't be rational, just observe and feel and allow space for other perspectives, interpretations that can be confusing to understand at first. But even this morning, something came to me just about this concept, the idea of catch and release. Like, okay, I gotta remember this, catch and release. So thinking about fishing, that we're fishing for these messages, we're fishing for these stories, and we're searching for something from the subconscious, a message sort of thing. Some of those ideas we're gonna catch and they're gonna be amazing, and some of those ideas we're gonna catch them and then we're gonna have to shoot them back and release them. If we're fishing and we catch at least one fish, it's a good day. The imagery of a loving mother, of Mother Mary, the guide that helps us feel like within the darkness and confusion of life, in the hard times, there's still love, there's still light. We don't have to try to control everything. We can just let it be. Simple things are not always easy things. When I was a teenager, there was this movie called What Dreams May Come. You remember that movie? It was billed as this stunning afterlife flower extravaganza. Our favorite funny guy, Robin Williams, was the star, and I was so excited to see this movie, and I really felt like it was a bait and switch. I went to the movie theater, as we used to do in those old days, and I've never really ever gotten over that movie. I was really overwhelmed by that film and the depth of darkness in that film, and just how unfair it all seemed. What I remember about that movie is the reality of life within the structure of a dream, the mindscape, and what the mind can make for a reality. And within that wide open landscape of duality of both heaven and hell, and the complexity of it all, that it's up to our own choice as to what happens next. We have power. This is what it looked like and what dreams may come. Today is such a beautiful day. Look at these clouds. I was thinking about that movie recently when I was coming up with my thoughts for Mercury and Pisces. I found out that it was based on a book, and the book was written in 1978 by Richard Matheson. So I'm reading the book right now, and it really reads like a Twilight Zone episode. This book is kind of what I thought the movie was going to be like. It's so much more of a deep dive into the afterlife experience. It's still very visceral in the content, and you feel like you're going through it with this character. It's really well written. So far, it's wonderful. All right, let me go. So I found this quote from Richard Matheson. He says, "As a Pisces, I've been fascinated with parapsychology, metaphysics, and the supernatural ever since I was a teenager. The concepts in this book are derived from my wide range of reading." He was born under Pisces Sun with a Pisces Mercury and a Pisces Uranus. It's still sad, of course, but it also is really hopeful, and it brings into a focus our state of mind, the power of the state of mind, and the dark mindsets, and how sometimes it takes more than hard work to get out of a deep, dark mindset. It's the human connection, it's spiritual connection, it's loving kindness, it's faith in something bigger than us, and that's where Mercury in Pisces is strong. And we only see one or two small tiles in the great astro mosaic of life at any time. We can't see the whole picture. We can only see our bits. And when we connect with other people, when we interact with other people and we hear their stories and we see things from their perspective, that's when the communication gets bigger, when the vision gets bigger, when the picture gets bigger. It's pulled out a little bit more. Be brave, because you're not alone in this journey, and the rewards and the riches you can bring back are magical, and the ones you don't need, catch and release. Throw them back. This is just to say that I finished the book and it was amazing. It was exactly what I hoped the movie would be. There's tons of resources at the end of the book, so it was really the most accurate that he could possibly make it based on any sort of past life or near-death experience and research that's out there. It was very cathartic to read it and have it be what I wanted it to be in the first place, so I really highly recommend it if you haven't read What Dreams May Come. I like you just the way you are, and I hope you have a beautiful Mercury and Pisces season.